guys, welcome to Creative Biology. In this video we are talking about the polypeptide. What is the peptide first? So peptide is a compound that consisting of two or more type of amino acids, or we can say it's the chain of amino acid, right? So if that chain is of two amino acid, that called the dipeptide. Of three amino acid, then it's called the tripeptide. If that chain is having according to 12, or we can say is that 12 to 20 type of amino acid or different amino acid chain, so in that case that is known as an oligopeptide. And if more than 20 is there, so that is known as an polypeptide. Okay, so how its peptide bond is formed in the protein, or we can say between the two amino acids. So here, as you can see here, this bond is a peptide bond. So here, as you can see, that is a central carbon, or we can say alpha carbon, hydrogen, R chain, amino group, and that is an COOH group present here. So this is the first amino acid, this is the second amino acid, and this is this third amino acid. So this is the structure of tripeptide. Okay, so this is the first amino acid, or we can say is that first amino acid or primary amino acid of the chain. So that amino group is present as an side chain, or we can say as a side, so that is known as an N terminal. And here that is an last amino acid of the chain, that is known as an C terminal of this peptide chain. Okay, now how its bond is formed between the carbon and nitrogen. If you remember that this nitrogen have and lone pair of electrons, so that due to that pairs it create the partial double bond on this bond, so that always that peptide bond contain that partial double bond characteristic. Okay, so as you can see here that this bond is not a single, but this all is have a partial double bond. So that bond is formed due to the dehydration, or we can say by removal of one water molecule. As you can see here that this is a simple an example of an dipeptide, or we can say two molecule of alanine amino acid when combined or converted into the dipeptide with the dehydration or with the removal of an water molecule. So here that OH group of COOH of first alanine will react with an hydrogen atom of that second alanine. So that two will remove as an H2O, or we can say as water molecules. So here, as you can see, and the bond will form between this carbon atom, or we can say this carbonyl carbon, and with this nitrogen of the amino group of second amino acid, right? So this is the N terminal, this is the C terminal of the dipeptide chain, and it will form like this. And this bond is having the partial double bond characteristic and known as an peptide bond. Okay, that's all about the peptide bond. Or if you have the some like in case you have to calculate the molecular weight of this type of the dipeptide or tripeptide, so in that case you just have the molecular weight of the first peptide and first amino acid and second amino acid. Or if in case of the chain, if you have that molecular weight of the amino acid, then you just have to simply plus that molecular weight of amino acid, and then you just have to minus the molecular weight of this molecule, that is an water molecule. So molecular weight of the water is 16 plus 2, that is an 18, right? So you just have to remove that 18 minus the out of that total. So here you get that molecular weight of that peptide chain. So that's all about and the